Okay, we are back, and I believe we are in Smithville Dam. Real quick. Okay, so it looks like we were going to do on a drill. So we're gonna pick up. There'll be our drilling parts from here. Head back to Black River, drop them off, and drop off some steel beams. The trailer, this construction service trailer, should still be there. And we're gonna make it daylight. One more time. And we'll see how long it takes. And depending on what time we finish it up, probably just drive around for a little bit, grabbing some more watchtowers, and maybe some spare parts, or not spare parts, some upgrade parts. And we don't want these wide trailers. We know they bottom out. That one will probably also bottom out. Potentially bottom out. We'll need a saddle for that. This one might be our best bet. I believe has to be at least 5 for the drill, I think. And it looks like it sits up a little bit, won't bottom out as easy. So we're gonna go ahead and do it, but I need a low saddle. And then we'll need a high saddle for the construction trailer. So we'd have to switch that and drive all the way back, so see if we can't find one. 5-slot trailer, at least. It doesn't sit low and doesn't require a low saddle. It also isn't this piece of shit. I'm pretty sure the drill is 5. Might not be. Buy this one, drive it over, and if it is 5, just turn around and come back. And if it's 4, we'll load it up and then haul it away. And the drill is 5. So we go back. We're gonna switch out. I guess we'll it's gonna be a couple trips. We're gonna have to switch out to no saddle eventually and grab a different trailer. And then after we take these, we have to get a high saddle so we can grab our construction trailer that we already have there and pull it into where it needs to be. actually gonna look through here one more time because we're not gonna take the same route because the other trailer is in the way. We could go around it, we could get stuck. Don't know if this one will get high centered or not. This one's an 8 slot. I don't think we have to worry about getting high centered, but it's a pretty big trailer. We're gonna take it. We're gonna try it with the 8 slot trailer. 5 of those will be the drill. We can't put enough metal beams to do a full load with it. We're just gonna hope this doesn't. We're gonna hope this isn't too long for the approach we're gonna take. I don't think it will be. We'll find out. If we had the 612, it probably wouldn't be an issue. I may have to do a new Game Plus version of this where I can have the 612 right off the rip. Technically, because I have a DLC, I can just get it right off the rip anyways. That doesn't fit challenge for this. So that's why we're not using it. I've said it a couple times throughout the other videos. When we start getting bored with this one, just switch over and start doing a 612 one for a little while. It should definitely go a lot smoother than using the Azov. I believe the Azov's capable, just not as capable as the 612. And very few tasks that we'd probably use scout trucks for. If we're using the 612 and the Azov, I don't think we need the scout trucks as much. I'm going to check the map real quick. See if we're going to go this way. Trying to see, because we'll have to come here to get our metal beams. And we're just going to take the one load this way out around over the drill site. And we're going to just dump the trailer there. We'll come across. And we should be able to take that trailer there. Come over here, get a load. Also grab this trailer. Come back into town with it, load it up, and winch it and the other trailer across back to the drill site. Drop off both beams that way. So right now, that's going to be it. That's why it's nice to mark your path sometimes, because of small situations like that, where if I would have just kept on going, it would have taken me into town and it would have mostly wasted that trip. Really sensitive. Just follow that out there. It don't really matter. Put that guardrail. That is a long guardrail. Back wheels of the trailer remain on the ground on that hill. not see that stump. Now we're trying to pull the trailer through the tree. So that's gonna slow us down. So we're approaching the drill site. There's a trailer over there that we're gonna get our beams on. The trailer that's stuck over there. I'm probably just gonna try to ram it and see if I can't knock it backwards. In worst case scenario, it tips over. Best case scenario, it knocks it loose and we're able to loose pull it somewhere. I'll stop this trailer here and drop her. And then pick that one up. Take the camera around to look for tree stumps. Hooked up. Through here. So I'm just gonna smack that trailer from the front. See if I can't knock it back a little bit. I think we can actually delete the trailer. We can't move it, we just delete it so it's not getting in the way. The rest of the time. I don't think we're stuck. I did for a second. So I got my wheel turned down. We're slowly creeping. Ever so slowly creeping. You should have went in right over there. It would have been easier and quicker. Water is pushing our trailer, which is moving our ass in that way. That may be good. May get us positioned over here. The water's a little lower. Might be able to move better. If not, then we'll just dump the trailer and I'll continue floating out the stream. We'll grab it. trying to winch the trailer, use the weight of it to potentially move the truck a little bit. So far, it looks like we're moving a little bit. Keep backing up. Yeah, sometimes everything goes nice and smooth. You're able to just do your hauls pretty quick and easy. Other times, you're stuck in like 15 to 20 minutes. Sometimes hours, really bad. Hopefully we can get this trailer moved enough that we can actually back out of this. Should be able to winch this trailer back out with this, and then try again further upstream. Right here is where we should have tried to go in the first time, instead of trying to dodge the trailer. Now we're going to just come out, head up underneath the trailer, hopefully. There's no weight in the trailer we're hauling. So when it likes to float away, you kind of pulls our ass in a little bit. Move us to the spot. It's not helping. Can't reach the trailer. This should not be this hard. For some reason, it is. We're gonna give this one more try. If we don't start moving forward here in a second, we're just gonna recover. We're already almost a half an hour in and haven't done shit. So. We should be, yes, at the garage in Black River. So we go out past the farm, go to town. We're gonna grab a new trailer so we can just grab 2 loads of beams. And that's not the right button, obviously. We should be able to fit 2 loads of beams on this one. Might be able to get a better... We fit 2 in here. 1 in there. 1 on this. Might as well go with this trailer. It should be able to go through everything. It does have the front set of wheels on it. It sits back a little bit more. We should be able to take it right beside the one we have stuck. I think after we do this, we may try to start getting some upgrades for this. With a better engine upgrade, the gearbox. We'll get a little more power, go a little more places, haul things a little better. But we should be able to do this mission. It shouldn't have been this hard. Sometimes you run into things like this. It can be a little irritating. I've seen where people try not to recover, which it's nice. You don't have to recover. You don't have to drive all the way back. But I've seen people trying not to recover where they could have recovered and maybe only been set back 20 minutes, and they sit there and fight with shit for 40, 50 minutes, and they turn a 40-minute haul into like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I think that's kind of crazy. But those people would probably also think that recovering every time you get just a little bit stuck is crazy. That being said, we're running a single semi, so it's not like I can go back to the garage, get another truck, bring it out, and unstick my stuck truck. And a lot of this could have been avoided if, I don't know why feel like I'm trying to rush this a little bit. If I'd just taken this dumbass high saddle off and thrown a fucking flatbed on there, I could have then grabbed the other short trailer and loaded a load of beams on the truck and a load of beams on that one trailer and just pulled it straight across. That's also the downside of not having anybody in the chat, because it's something I'm sure a few people, at least a few people that might be watching this video afterwards, they're just sitting there screaming like, put the flatbed on. Quit being a fucking idiot, just put the flatbed on the short trailer and go. It would have been, that would have been appreciated, but they said there's nobody here to tell me that. So in my infinite wisdom of just trying to hurry up and haul and get shit done, it didn't even cross my mind until now. It's too late, because I'm not going back to the cross. So there's that. We're not going to need gas, so I'm not getting it. I've said a few times before, I normally would, but we're going into town and then hopefully crossing a river. So far, we haven't been able to do that today. So it might not happen. We might get stuck. But I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm just gonna do it just because it's a principle now. It's the point of it. I know I can cross that fucking river because I've done it numerous times. For some reason, it's not happening today. But it will. Just swung that wide because I was hoping to avoid the fire hydrant. So I don't get the trailer stuck on it. And there. I'm going to take the actual pathway over here. Which this pathway actually lines us up really good. This is where I could have tried to take bigger trailer last time instead of going through there and around here, but I didn't, and we're fucking stuck. We're going on the other side of it, hopefully. And hopefully we can make it across this shit. Or not. But I believe the trailer's close enough to the other one that we can use it as a winch point. Maybe fucking connect. Pull ourselves that way. I don't know what we're connected to because it's not telling me that we are connected to it. Now it keeps saying connected, but it's not connecting to shit. I think we might have moved enough though. We can actually pull through here. Hopefully. Coach is not fucking happy. Hopefully we don't have to make that crossing again for a while. We should try to clean it up, but we're going to go with no on that. Okay, now we need the oil rig drill. Back this trailer out of the way. Right there looks like a good spot. I'm gonna go around and grab the drill. Watch out for the stumps. Last thing we do is get high centered on one of those and have to recall back quickly. And just like the fuel tanker, that other trailer just needs to be in the area when it's completed. I'm not worried about selling these trailers. I don't want to haul them all the way back. So I'm just gonna set this trailer here. And I'll hit the wrong button again. It can sit there. I don't think it's in the way of anything. These ones over here, if we can make this crossing again. We're going to hook up to them and try to just delete them. didn't even know you have to, not delete trailers, you don't even have to hook up to it. Gone. I probably should have hooked up to it and got rid of the cargo. We should get rid of that too. Why not? Okay. And is there a way to get rid of the cargo? Maybe. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Now there's nothing in the way. The trailer's gone. Cargo's gone. It's actually the first time I've ever done that since the game came out on this. I've never actually deleted a trailer. I've removed cargo from trailers, but I've never actually removed cargo just laying on the ground either. That's the first. Let's go to our map and see if we have any more watchtowers. We got two on this map. One down here, one over here, and I think we are going to go ahead and hit those watchtowers real quick. Then we'll call it after that, and then we will resume and head to Russia and try to get the engine upgrade for this, at least one of them. And we will head to, might be somewhere in Michigan. It could be in Alaska. I don't know. The gearboxes. But we'll figure it out. Yeah, you can rip some of the trees out of the ground and run over benches, but fire hydrants are pretty solid. know I have a marker, but I was just double checking to make sure I didn't accidentally place one on. And now we're going to head to the next watchtower, which I'll go ahead and map out. There's those metal beams that we dropped. So we'll probably just delete those since that's a thing that, I don't know. I don't know why I never realized that. We always just pushed it off the side of the road and just left it there. So it is cool that we don't have to do that. And this is the other way to the factory that I was avoiding taking with that other trailer. So you get to see, you guys will get to see that. Here. I'm gonna mark this so I can make sure I at least hit most of the road. We'll probably end up going through here, but the road does go this way. Try to stay on it so I don't get too stuck. And it actually goes out around this tree there. I always go straight through usually. I don't know why it's making new ones and not letting me drag it like it usually does. We'll just use a controller to do that. Doesn't really matter which road. I just think it's easier to start from the top. We'll go through, hit the watchtower, and since we're already going to be here, we're going to go ahead, click these on our way down, come down and click that, just to get rid of this task that doesn't keep popping up on our screen. It looks like this video will end up being slightly over an hour. I could just call it now and do this later, but I'm already here. You might as well do it. And if you decide you don't want to watch it and just jump to the next video, you're not going to miss much. Just literally going exactly where I mapped out. And then recalling the garage. So, that's it. And here's a swampy area that we avoided the last couple times. It just drives straight through there. Sometimes it works, sometimes you get stuck. Especially if you're trying to carry a trailer through that way. This way's a little better. It still gets kind of soupy in some of the areas. The turns, try to follow the road, the turns are a little ridiculous because you're supposed to go straight that way. It's actually, we're actually off the path a little bit. Let's to our right. Right here. See where they have the path laid out. Let's go ahead and follow it. So, we'll usually just go right through there. If you're hauling trail, you just have to. Because you're going to make that turn right here. And this is where you see it goes out around that tree and back in. If you're in a truck, that's okay. If you got a trailer, you're gonna probably get caught on that tree. Should only take us a few more minutes unless we end up rolling down one of these hills and not being able to right ourselves and having to recall. And if that happens, that will be the end of the video, and we'll just pick up from the garage next time. We should went through the gap in the rocks there. And this, obviously, is a mission that's designed for scout trucks. But I don't really like driving scout trucks that much. I should have grabbed one. It would have been easier. And we would have had an autonomous winch. So if or when we flip, we would have been able to go ahead and winch ourselves if there was something winchable. And we would have been able to make that turn a lot easier. We are going to come down here, turn around, and come in from the other direction. We hopefully should be able to make that turn. I know I've done this before with the Azov, so I know it's possible. But the hardest part is getting them started. Okay, so apparently you have to drive into the circle all the way. I didn't know if it was one where you could just be going and knocking over. But you have to get into the circles. You have to not go down this hill, not flip over. And all of this is a lot easier with the scout trucks. So if you're going to do it, it's up to you. The scout truck will be a lot easier. And it doesn't look like there is anywhere to winch. So even if you're in a scout truck and you flip over, you're probably screwed anyways. But they would be able to take turns and avoid some of the stuff a little easier too. And we're not going to run over that rock because, I don't know. Normally I think it'll be okay. But with our luck so far, it would just probably flip us over. So, just going to creep through here and hope to not flip over. Should just run out around. Shit. It might be too late now. And it does look like it's too late now to go out around. But we got to commit. We just got to go. Follow the wall, straighten her out, plant the front end, and keep going. But we probably could have went out around and come in over by that watchtower. It would have been a lot easier and a lot less risk of flipping the truck over. So now you know. Oh shit. Okay, we don't want to force that. So come out a little wider. This way, and then we're going to turn to here. Put our parking brake on. Next one's over there. The last one is down there. So take our parking brake off, post backwards. We're going to come out the way we should have come in. And drive around to the other barrel. Remember, we don't want to force it. Just don't want to roll down there. Have fun. Taking a scout truck down that little bit of a waterfall. I think it was that one. It didn't turn out too good. We kind of just flopped over sideways and rolled down the hill. Driven straight off of here before. Same thing. We're just going to gently back out of here. And continue to gently back out to this spot. Minimize any rollover risk. And then here. So there's half the ways down. Just launch yourself off the hill there. And smack down here. Check our map. You come down this way. And it'll be best for us, I believe, to come out this way. Through here. Hopefully not get stuck. And that road runs right through there, so we might as well. I don't know, yeah. Come on, dude, what the fuck? We're gonna go this way. This will be our safest bet. So that we don't flip over. And that we are actually able to complete this shit without having to recall. Once we get to this point, we'll look a little more. Might be good to come this way. Might be better to come here, depending on where this is actually sitting. So we'll figure out when we get there. And we'll come down to level-ish ground here and turn around. So we're not turning around on the side of the hill. I don't want to drive. Jesus, I already had an hour and 12 minutes. So, you know, the truck is faster. It will be a little quicker once we get the engine upgrades and stuff. But until then, we're stuck with what we got. Which isn't horrible. There's a lot worse. There's also a lot better, and those are usually later game trucks, which also don't fit the single truck very well, because of when you're able to attain them and how you're able to attain them. As I said in the previous video, if you put it in low gear going downhill, you can control your descent a lot better. And if you just have it on auto and shoot down here, right over there is, we'll just drive up. Like I said, I don't want to drive back out here. That's the only reason I'm driving this one. Just to show you this. This, I believe, is a scout trail. So you cannot hook it up with a semi. You can winch it. But if you look at the connection, it is a normal trailer connection with a normal ball. So it won't fit here because we don't have a ball hitch. But the scouts do, and you can haul. And it is a double slaughter. So you can haul loads with the scout, which in the single truck challenge, I mean, scouts are fine because you obviously have to okay some scouts since you start the scout truck. If you want to haul with scouts, great. I mean, it's a single semi challenge, so scouts aren't really semis, but I don't know, you don't really have to haul with a scout, and I don't see why you would. There may be some trails where you gotta haul something that's a little more narrow or a little more windy, so scouts would be good for those, but I like to just force the Azov through those and hope for the best. If that doesn't work, I like to try to find another way. Sometimes it works out great, other times it's hours of just fucking off, fucking around, and trying to find a path that works for what you want to do. Here's a part at stream or river. Come down from here. I've tried this one. I mean, it's fun. It's fun just driving around and seeing what you can actually do. Oh fuck. Yeah, thought we were going over. Right by the fucking barrels. That would suck. Okay, so there's the barrels. I don't remember what the best way to get to them is. We're going to try through this little crack in the rocks, because I don't trust the stream. It's probably the right way to go. But sometimes things that look like the right way to go, it's like a fucking trap. And you get to like right here and get stuck. You're like, ah, fuck. All that for nothing. Because there's not really any difference. Oh. Maybe this one's a fucking trap, I don't know. There we go, we got it. And I am gonna end this now. We're an hour and 17 minutes, Jesus. We're gonna end this now, and we'll be back next time. I'm going to, first I'm gonna look at the map. If there's anything around here that we need. We're not going to worry about that trailer. I don't care about selling trailers. There's enough stuff to sell to get money. Yeah, I don't see anything, so we'll just not recover. If not, I was just going to leave the truck sit here and resume from here next time. So we're going to recover to the garage, and I'm going to call it a day. Next time, I do think we're going to work on getting upgrades for the Azov. Because this engine's nice. Not quite as nice for fuel, but not a lot worse. We'll go to the gearbox, and they're pretty similar. This one's a little better. Okay, so this one's in Alaska. So that's the Alaska. This one's in Russia. It's in Taymyr. That's going to be fun. They're both in Taymyr, but they're both about the same difficulty to get, I believe. So we want that one. We want that gearbox. We don't have any suspension upgrades, I don't think. Tires, we can't get any right now. Chained would be great for when we get to the icy roads. Other than that, all terrains are okay. You got good on-road, off-road, average mud. Off-road are nice because they're excellent off-road. They're good on mud, average on road. Mud tires are usually poor on the road. Mud and snow, I believe, are the same effect. So when you get to Alaska, mud tires are great. They work the same in snow as they do in mud. The chains are basically just for your icy rivers later on, your ice-covered roads, and they do make a difference. Your truck, you actually slide sideways down the road if you try to park it sometimes on the icy roads. But we got to be rank 11 or 6. So 13 for those, 14 for chained, and off-roads are 11. So it's going to be a little bit. We're going to want a better winch. Snorkel's fine. That's probably it. We're not going to go to the flat cap. We're going to keep the wedge. And see our miscellaneous. Can we get we don't care about air conditioners or horns or any of that crap. Fenders, no. Bumper's nice. You can get one a little higher. A little bit extra clearance. Miscellaneous, we don't need. We don't really care about our exhaust. Our rims, no. Okay, so this one actually doesn't have any add-ons or repair kits and shit, which is what I was looking for. So I forgot that part. I think the other Azov might have it. The 612 definitely has them. I'll just have to drop it and deck it out sometime, but I don't really want to. I don't want to sell it to get the extra money on this playthrough. So I may jump to a different game, shoot a video on that sometime. Well, we will catch you guys next time, and we'll resume from right here, and then head off to get our upgrades. Take care.